Hello, my name is Gail Reisma and I work with Young Living Oils. Today's topic is going to be about using essential oils to replace a lot of the synthetic fragrancing a lot of us like to use in our homes. I've been working with essential oils for a couple of years now, and I first got in them to get rid of chemicals in my wellness routines. Not taking all that stuff anymore for just whatever, popping pills for things here and there. But I wanted to pay more attention about what I was putting in my body where those things were concerned. And then as I got more involved in learning about the oils, I learned that I could use a lot of these wonderful smelling products to scent my home. I had a lot of other things in the home that were scenting it that weren't so good for me. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I use for that. My favorite way is, of course, the diffuser, which is so awesome. I've got a bunch of them all over the house, I will admit that. This one happens to be Purification. I love using Purification. It smells very fresh, but it also takes some of the odors out of the house. We cook a lot of eggs. We cook Brussels sprouts in the oven. Sometimes the dryer doesn't always smell that great when it's running, which is a whole other problem altogether. But anyway, Purification runs a lot in my house. And it doesn't just cover up and perfume out that smell. It actually just gets rid of it, which I love. So I run Purification a lot. But in my other diffusers, I sometimes just want a different smell that's very pleasant when people walk in. I used to have those plug-in scenters all over, and I don't anymore because they're formaldehyde-based scents. So I got rid of them. But I use my diffusers now instead, because not only is this a pure and natural botanical from nature smell, they're also awesome to smell. So some of my favorites are Citrus Fresh. I love running that a lot in the diffuser. Love Stress Away in the diffuser. It smells like a spa. And, you know, sometimes you just need to run your stress away with everything that's going on in the house. I also love Lavender, Lemon, and Peppermint in my diffuser. I do this at every single class and everyone loves it. It smells awesome, and it's also good for respiratory issues. So that's one way that I get rid of odors in the home naturally. But I also like to make room sprays. These are some of the ones I keep around. Obviously, this is one I had at Christmas. This is one I used in the fall. I also have one that is Purification again. This one is my bathroom room spray. This, by the way, works better than any other bathroom room spray I have ever used. To make a room spray is very simple. These are 4-ounce containers, and I put a little bit of either some witch hazel or some Epsom salts in it and some water. The reason I put those two, witch hazel or Epsom salts, is to emulsify it, because when you put an essential oil into water, it won't mix, it will separate out. It's scientifically classified as an oil, so they won't mix together. But in order to do that, you just take a 4-ounce bottle with those two items and you put 15 drops of whatever scent you want in there, and you can take a nice blend that Young Living makes, or you can just make one of your own. Again, you don't have to use the real expensive oils, just use some of the basic ones. The citrus ones, of course, and minty ones are really great for that. Here's a little, this is a 2-ounce bottle I made of citrus and mint. So you would use about 8 drops instead of 15. But it smells great. It smells nice and fresh. So it just, it's awesome. You can quick scent it around. You can scent it on fabric and clothing and things like that to make that smell better. Okay, another thing I like to use, this is what we use as our bathroom room center now that's just out all the time. I call these Smelly Jellies. These are these water-based water sorb crystals that you can get. They're non-toxic to animals and children, so that was important to me. I have a dog. I don't have little kids anymore, but I wanted something that, in case it fell over, if the animal got into it, it wouldn't hurt my dog. And I knew that a lot of the people that I work with would want the same for their kids, because, you know, it can look kind of fun. Maybe they'd want to taste it. You have to be aware of those things. So anyway, this is just those waters, our crystals, which are non-toxic, like I said, and they some just food-based food coloring. This one happens to have spearmint essential oil in it. Smells good. It just emits a nice scent. You do have to rescent them. even as often as every week, essential oils evaporate. There's no formaldehyde in it, so that scent will eventually just diminish. But what's cool about these is you just take some water and fluff it back up again as they start to evaporate. As the water evaporates, these get kind of low. But to poof it back up again, you just add some water, and then I add some essential oils and stir and put it right back in the bathroom, and it's good to go. Another way I like to scent is me. So I'll make my own perfumes. This is just what your nose is appealed to, or what appeals to your nose. You can get these things in various different sizes, and you just put a few drops of whatever essential oil you want. And then you can mix it either with rubbing alcohol or vodka or witch hazel if you so desire, or even some water and Epsom salts. I'm going to look up how to do some of that stuff. You do not want to use pure essential oil because that will be way too strong. So you want to use a pure one, but you don't want to only use essential oil. And then you mix that up and you try it out. I've found some things I really like, some things that I don't like that my husband doesn't care for. He doesn't like anything with jasmine in it, which is weird. So I can't use jasmine in any of mine. But I have a couple of these sitting around the house as well. And the last thing in this video that I want to talk about is this gorgeous bottle of fabric softener. Isn't this beautiful? Should win awards for my designs. I don't use the fabric softeners on the market anymore. I don't want that stuff on my skin, and it can also make the clothes more flammable. Anytime you see a label where it says fragrance on it, that's not from nature. If it had botanical in it, it would list the botanical agents such as a citrus or a lavender. If it says fragrance, it's a chemical that was produced in a lab. A lot of them are toxic, a lot of them are flammable. So my fabric softeners, I've known for years that people can just use vinegar in their fabric softeners and it works really well, or vinegar as their fabric softener. Works well, makes the clothes smell fresh. I wanted just a little bit more of a scent to mine, so we're going to put the recipe up in the class, but I found a recipe that uses water, baking soda, vinegar, and essential oils, and I use that now with my laundry. It smells great. When you're first getting used to that, you might really miss that hyper scented smell that you used to get on your clothes. But believe me, if you try this for a while, and you say you go for even 2 months, and you go back to using fabric conditioner from the store, the smell will almost gag you. You won't like it at all. I have done that. I've been there. I know. So those are a few tips here. If you want to know how to make all these things, and you are in our class, we'll put recipes up for you, but otherwise you can search them. There's so many great ones out there. There's really good ones on Pinterest. I have a pin board. I have a lot of my recipes on my Pinterest board. I don't like to recommend Pinterest for everything because some of the stuff you just don't know. But a lot of it is great, and you might find a bummer of a recipe now and then, but most of them are just what the author said it would be. So it's kind of a gold mine out there for that. All right, thank you.